Hi everyone, things are a little bit different this week. As you see, no van build video or even a video about our work. This week's going to be a little bit different.
We're going to show you just 7 things. There are loads of things, but we're just going to show you 7 things that we love about Germany.
And I guarantee you'll be surprised at some of them.
We are Barry and Jill, the Irish pilgrims, living and working in Germany. Join us as we share stories about our community project that we're involved in, or our camper van conversion that keeps us busy in our free time, or just any other kind of carrying on that takes our fancy.
So the first thing on our list today that we love about Germany is slippers. May seem a strange thing, but...
Why slippers? Slippers are just such a part of German culture.
Here, you do not wear your shoes in the house at all. Most people live in a house that's broken down into 8 flats. So in the hallway, before you actually go into your flat, there's usually a little shoe rack. You take your shoes off and you put them on the rack and then put your slippers on and go into the house, which is okay.
Yeah.
And we like that, but they take it a step further.
Oh yeah.
They do take it a step further. So like if you are going to visit someone else, like if your friends ask you around for dinner or something, you're coming in your ordinary shoes, and as you arrive they will give you slippers to put on in their house.
If you don't have your own with you.
Yeah, some people bring their own.
So like this was new to us. We invited friends round, come round for a meal together, an evening together, and they show up with their own slippers that they've brought with them. And if you don't have your own slippers with you, they say, no, not to worry.
We have guests.
Open a little drawer and there's like about 8 pairs of slippers that they use for their guests, and everybody gets a pair of slippers.
And we can laugh now, but we bring our own as well. Yeah. And when guests come to us, we have a little drawer as well with our slippers.
We are eingedeutscht, they would say in Germany. We've become German. So the next thing that is something that we really love about Germany is the beds. The German bed, the system that they have is just totally different to what we knew back in Northern Ireland.
The German beds here are bigger, and also a double bed usually is made up of 2 mattresses. 2
separate mattresses.
Single mattresses, yeah.
With 2 separate duvets or quilts.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 single beds pushed together or joined together.
Their final measurement then I think is 180 by 2 meters, so they are huge.
So
they're even bigger than a king size bed.
Yeah.
In Ireland. At the beginning I sort of thought, how can you snuggle 2 separate quilts and all that, But we have grown to really love it for a couple of reasons. Barry's a snuggler in the sense of he has to have the quilt all around him. And I am not, I'm the opposite. And I always ended up, when we had a double quilt at home, I always ended up with just a wee corner of the quilt, for me. And now that we have 2 separate quilts, it's great, I can sleep as I want.
Yeah. And also, because we have 2 separate mattresses, when Jill is twisting and turning during the night, and believe me, she twists and turns during the night, then she's bouncing around on her own mattress there, and I'm sleeping like a baby on mine. So we love Germany.
Yeah. Number 3.
So the third thing that we love about Germany is Sundays. And it's not because I'm a pastor or that, we're working as mission partners here in Germany, but just for the very fact that Germany is really strict on making Sunday a day of rest.
Yeah, here it's very different from Ireland. All shops are closed on a Sunday. I think the only place you would get open would be a petrol garage.
Petrol station or like tourist areas, restaurants and stuff like that.
Yeah, you get restaurants.
But you can't go shopping, there's no shops open, and you're not allowed to make any noise or anything, so it's not like it's Sunday we'll go out and cut the lawn and mow the lawn.
No. You can't use power tools, you can't
do any machinery that makes noise. It's supposed to be a quiet day, a restful day. It's a day that's great for families. It's built around families, and a lot of the workers, that work really hard during the week, it's a day of rest for them as well, for the employees. For those folks that go to church, churches are usually happen earlier in the morning. There are no evening services. So one of my church services started at 8:45 a.m. But our normal church service was 9:30. And then after that, you've got the day free. So it's basically a time just for relaxation, rest,
recharging
the batteries, family, friends, and it's just really nice.
The next one might seem a bit strange, but it's mineral water.
Mineral water.
Fizzy water.
Fizzy water. There's no hope for us. We're just, we've become German. Fizzy water is such a part of life in Germany. Everybody drinks this carbonated water. It's just part of life here. And
because of that, when you go to a restaurant as well and you want to just order a jug of water for the table, they don't really do that here. They're not used to it. But they will sell you a bottle of spring water, still or sparkling, and you've got to pay for it.
Yeah, but if you're just buying bottles of fizzy water from the supermarket, a litre and a half, then what are they, like 30 cent or something?
Less.
Yeah, so it's really cheap. We usually buy a packet of 6, 1.5.
We used to buy it. Now we've got a soda stream. Because I was tired of carrying the heavy bottles of water.
Don't need to go there.
Okay.
Moving on a more serious note, what we love about Germany, and this is like big thumbs up to Germany, is their healthcare system.
Yeah, they really do have a good, an excellent healthcare system. It works a little bit differently. You go to your GP and they give you a little form to take to the specialist and you go direct to the specialist. Or even if you want to, you can skip your GP and go direct to the specialist yourself. Specialists like an ear, nose and throat doctor or whatever, they're not in the hospitals. They have their own practice and you just go to them like you would go to your normal doctor. Make an appointment, go there. But generally you get to see the specialist pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's a lot quicker than back home in Northern Ireland. And the other really great thing about the German health system here is if you have some kind of an operation, like a serious operation, or you've been in hospital for a few days and you need to recuperate, rehabilitation, they will send you, they've got a thing called Kur, and it's basically they send you to health centres, wellness and spa centres, or to these places on the coast where you can get fresh air and all kind of rehabilitation. Send you there for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, even just depending, to help you actually get fully rehabilitated. And
depending on what you have, they have the whole medical side of it as well with physiotherapy and whatever. But the difference is your husband or wife can go with you.
Sometimes, yeah.
They could maybe pay a little donation towards the costs and they go with you. And
or if you have small kids.
Yeah, they can
go as a family.
You can go as a family. Yeah, so it's a very good system, and I don't think though people here really appreciate it.
That's true. I mean, the Germans, they moan a little bit about their health system because they know what it was like maybe 20, 30 years ago, and there are increasing pressures on the health system as there are everywhere in the Western world, and so they probably are comparing it to what it used to be like. Healthcare system, Germany.
Gets a thumbs up
gets
from
a
us.
thumbs up. Well done. We love the weather in Germany.
The weather.
The weather.
Everybody has to talk about the weather.
We love the fact that it's warmer in the summers and colder in the winters.
Yeah. We've sort of got acclimatized to the cold temperatures. At the beginning we found it quite daunting to be, sometimes it was down to like minus 18 or so.
The coldest we've experienced here was
cold.
minus 25. That was a real exception a few years back. Minus 25. But what I don't like, we still love Germany, but what I don't like is ice kratzen from the car.
Oh yeah.
You gotta go out and you gotta scrape the snow and the ice off your car in the winter. That's just so annoying. And Schneeschippen. That's another thing that I'm not really into.
Shoveling snow.
Shoveling snow. You gotta, clear your pathway and things like that. So, swings and roundabouts.
Yeah. So the last thing on our list is something that's very close to Barry's heart.
Food.
So we've thought about comparing Irish food to German food, and there are some things in the German menu that particularly Barry likes.
Yeah, there's loads of things I miss from Ireland. That'll come in the next video. But what I love about Germany as regards food is schnitzel. As a German, Wiener Schnitzel. It's Austrian, but it's delicious. Schweinehaxe. I have no idea.
And we have no idea what it's called in English.
But it's like pork meat that just falls off the bone. It's just delicious. It's juicy. It's tender. It's
and
delicious.
if we find out what it's called, we'll put it.
Yeah,
we'll put it in.
Or I'm sure some German will be able to explain what that is. Please put it in the comments. Yeah, Schweinehaxe and the German fast food, which actually isn't German, but it's
doner kebab.
Yeah, doner kebab. Really, really lovely sort of lamb meat.
Yeah, it is nice.
So those are another 3 amazing reasons to visit Germany, and especially to come to Chemnitz, which is going to be capital of culture, European capital of culture in 2025.
So there are loads of things that we love about Germany, or that we've grown to love over the years. That was just a few that we chose today. But we want to make a video as well about things that we miss about Ireland.
And if you want to see what we miss about Ireland, watch this space.